Should have started.
Yo,
Should have started.
Hey, did you get that? Did you?
You should have
Yeah,
started.
hey, I'm leaving that in the video, bro.
Yeah.
I'm leaving that in. Well, I know. Or I need to send you. Hey, where's my camera? Hey, Pete, yep. Hey, Pete. As soon as we said that, you said put me on game. I don't. Oh, really? Welcome back to Gumball Sports Machine, our podcast where we laugh, we hug, we cry, we smile. And, well, there's been a lot of crying recently. But most importantly, we are positive. And then, of course, as always, I got my co-host with me, Triple OG, Tone. Tone, what's the word? What they say? What they say in detail? What I don't know.
They say what up. I say what's the word. I think that's my what's the word? What's happening?
What up, though?
We ain't really what up though. I got a lot. I'm out the loop though, so my family be calling me an Arizonian and stuff like that.
Yeah,
so
as they should be.
Wow, 10 years? I'm still born and raised in the town, from the town, man. Some people say I got the accent.
You do got that a little bit. It's still a little
park
bit.
The car in the yard.
The what?
Park the car in the yard.
What did you just call me? What? Do I need to go to the authorities?
You leave. I left my car keys.
Your cock keys?
Your car keys. Car.
You can say car. No, you can say no.
Yeah, I say car. I don't say. I don't.
No, you
I
say
don't
sounds
really
like you said cock keys.
Wow.
What keys do you got?
Yo.
I'm just. Hey.
No.
I ain't got nothing to do with that, boss. You know what I mean?
Car keys.
Okay. Just wanted to make sure I'm on the same page.
Yeah, they say it sounds like khakis, but I don't have an accent. There's like two sides to Boston. There's like the Mark Wahlberg side, and then there's the Bobby Brown side.
So the white side and the black side.
I didn't say it. You said it.
I just was straightforward show. I just thought I'd put it out there, and you know what I did, and I'm glad I did it.
They're both from Boston.
They are both from Boston, and just one happens to be white, the other happens to be black. I just feel like if you're gonna put it out there, I feel like you should just be straightforward. You know what I mean? Like,
listen, they both make great music.
Which one makes great music? Bobby Brown, yeah.
Mark had some joints. The Funky Bunch had what?
Marky
Come on, man.
Died a long time ago.
Don't be disrespectful to Marky.
I'm just saying.
I heard he got some good burgers now.
He's got a good. He's got a food spot now.
They could probably compete with the Phoenix Buns.
That's how we started the show. I'm just saying. That's how we started the show. I was just telling these people how positive we are and how we're gonna smile and laugh and hug.
How you do it? Working on those.
And then you talk about the Phoenix Buns and cock keys. I don't know.
Wow.
I thought we were on the same page. It turns out we may not be on the same page.
It's early in the week.
Huh? It's a Tuesday.
Yeah.
On this beautiful Tuesday.
Usually y'all don't talk like this until like Friday episodes.
Hold on, you don't talk like this?
No, y'all. You
hey, listen.
They
don't know what goes on when the camera goes off.
Sheesh.
Listen, Tone is a different man when the camera goes off.
Yeah, I'm a better father when the camera goes off.
Absolutely. But I didn't say anything about father. that ain't got nothing to do with me. I just say, listen. I think it's an excellent father. But what happens when cameras goes off and the things that you say, the things that come out of your mouth are absolutely volatile.
What do you mean? I'm respectful. Only about the Phoenix Suns.
Yeah, exactly. Volatile.
Listen, my son's not a Phoenix Suns fan, so he's all on board.
Not yet.
Yeah, he's only a Diamondbacks fan. Shout out to the T-ball Diamondbacks.
Baseball season. Can't wait. Can't wait.
Way to cheer him up.
Oh man. Yeah, Suns who.
Talk baseball.
Oh, well, speaking of that crap team, I guess we're gonna have to start with them, huh?
Ooh, we're starting.
Yeah, they lost to Minnesota the other night, Sunday night. It was ugly. It was ugly. Um, here's the thing: we started so well. We started so well. We played such a good first quarter, such a good first quarter, and then they looked in the mirror and forgot who they were, and turned into back who they were in the second quarter and through the rest of the game. It was rough. We had a lead at halftime. It was, I think it was, it gave me false hope. Okay, well, we had a bad second quarter and we're still leading. So which means we're gonna go into the second half and play how we were in the first quarter and take off. Did that happen? So no, not even in the slightest. Not even the slightest. Yeah. What was your reaction to that game, Mr. Cockies?
I mean, I was a little sad. I'm like, after all of this craziness just went on with the trade deadline, these dudes have had like what maybe 3 or 4 games. This is probably like the matchup that likely meant the most after the All-Star break. I mean, it's Ant versus his OG versus his idol. And yeah, it just didn't seem like they took advantage of that lead. I don't know what's going on with your boy. I just I've hit a point in the conversation where I'm lost. I honestly like I analyze the game, I watch how they play, and I'm lost. Certain shots that are being taken throughout the flow of the game, I'm like, why would they do that? Um, yeah. I mean, to a certain extent, it was expected once you had the Bill situation, so you'd imagine he's a little disgruntled, and it probably just affects the locker room in general, and it's unfortunate when you're trying to, but it's the business side of the game, but for me as a fan, it's unfortunate to see such, you got KD who's some would say top 10 all time, some would say top 20 all-time player, like, KD's a special player. Devin Booker's a hell of a hooper, and Bradley Beal's a bucket. Like, there's new expectations for this team, and they just haven't been met. And then, yeah, also living in Arizona, just also is like a downer.
Well, hold on, just 1 second. What do you mean it's a downer?
Not for me, just but, like, the atmosphere, like you if you're in a place, like, you could probably be in another country, but if their team is like a soccer team or whatever is winning, you feel the vibe.
Yeah.
You feel it. You know what I'm saying? It's almost like being in Miami, just being in Miami. but, but I'm just saying, like, there's a vibe when teams are winning. You know what I'm saying? The city feels it. And there's not a lot of basketball fans out here, but the ones that that do love the Suns, man, the Suns jerseys are gone. They're away. They're putting everything away for the rest of the year.
When I watch this basketball team, right? You go watch basketball, and you know what? Oh, the Suns played away. The Suns played tonight. I can't wait. Right? I haven't said that sentence specifically since November.
Dang.
November, yeah. I haven't said that since November. Tony, it is March 4th.
Yeah, St. Patrick's Day's coming up.
March 4th. I haven't said I can't wait to watch the Suns play since November. That's how bad this team is, and that's how long that they've been bad. And the thing is, they have those three. They have Kevin Durant. who's a top 20 player of all time. They have Devin Booker, who's a top 15 player in the league. And they have Bradley Beal, who once averaged 30 points per game. And they continue to lose basketball games. I don't understand. I don't understand. This game specifically, 22 turnovers. 22 turnovers is what they had on Sunday. The Timberwolves scored 40 points off of those turnovers. Let's take a second. 40 points off of those turnovers. Tony, do you want to take a guess how many the victory had out of those 22?
Oh, the turnovers?
Mhm.
Oh, 14.
Exactly 14. I don't understand. Because Devin Booker, you take Ty Jones out of the lineup because you want Point Book, you want Brad Beal, you want those guys handling the ball, and you turn the ball over as a big three 14 times out of the 22 total turnovers. Having 14 turnovers in a game is bad enough, but 14 turnovers coming from your best three players, and then the Wolves going out and getting 40 points off of those turnovers. There was a possession in the game in which Julius Randle dunked the ball. Momentum, and that made it a 15-point game. Momentum already in favor of the Timberwolves. Dunk the ball. Ryan Dunn gets the ball, goes to pass it in from out of bounds after Julius Randle dunks it. Jane McDaniel steals it because Bradley Beal just thinks, "Oh, I'm gonna catch it. There's nobody here." And then Jane McDaniels lays it in over Ryan Dunn.
Quick layup too. Yeah.
Once that happened, the game was over. There was 8 minutes remaining in that game. They were down by 17. If that happens to the Suns are done. I've seen it too many times this year. This team is pathetic. This team,
They really needed Jimmy Butler. That trade would have saved. Well, the Warriors are actually still working, but it would have helped the Suns.
I
don't think it would have got them to the championship, but that's the type of player Devin Booker needs around him, or Devin Booker and Kevin Durant instead of Bradley Beal.
Now, which brings me to my next question. News came out today. Unfortunately, Kyrie Irving tore his ACL. He will be out for at least a year. I'm praying for Kyrie Irving. I was telling you before the show, it could not have happened to a worse person. And when I mean that, I mean, of course, it happens to Kyrie Irving when he's really getting comfortable, really looking good in Dallas. And now he's leading his. And he
just gave him the keys, man. Just gave him the keys. He had to share part of that with Luka, and now he had the keys. And yes, this is terrible.
It's awful. But
it's up to see Kyrie.
Which leads me to my next question. Dallas is now down to 2 best players. Dallas owns the 10 seed right now in the West. The Phoenix Suns own the 11th seed in the West. When we spoke a few days ago, I said, and I've been saying for the past few weeks, the Suns will not make the play. I say, for me, the season's over. With this injury to the Mavericks, do you think the Suns can sneak their way into the play-in?
Yeah. I honestly thought that they still had a small chance. But yeah, I do think that they can make the play-in. I don't know what it'll be worth. But, who knows? There's still the crazy part about, everyone guessing right about now is we don't know what the future holds. Somebody placed a bet on the Dallas Mavericks to win a championship right after AD went there. You know what I'm saying? I'm sure someone did.
Yeah.
And AD went down, and now Kyrie's down. The pain that they're feeling right now.
I hope it wasn't a lot of money they put down.
But
goodness.
But it could happen to any team. And so you just don't know. But yeah, Phoenix needs to do. They got to get something together. One of those guys got to go on a run. Um, I know I hate to always beat on Devin Booker because I know that's your boy, but like he's got to live up to the expectations at some point, man.
It's gonna be better.
Yeah, you gotta. And to me, it's like if even if you're not, go out with a bang. You know what I'm saying? Like, how many more times are you gonna have this opportunity? You're not gonna have a player like Kevin Durant on your team every year, and you gotta be Bill. Like, just you gotta look at what's on the plate and say, all right, let me dress it up because I got to feed these people. You know what I'm saying? Like,
But and the thing that frustrates me most on Sunday, Devin Booker had 2 shot attempts in the second half.
and that's what I mean by like go for it. Like, you gotta let the clip go. Like,
Yeah.
so there's certain games that I'm looking and I'm like, I don't know what it is, and it goes to that tweet that I think I sent you when about the Kevin Durant thing when that dude said, "Yeah, we can't win with these two playing together," and it just feeds that. It gives
Yeah.
somebody ammunition, and I don't know what it is. Yeah, it just sucks when they don't have it going. You know what I'm saying? It's hard for all three of them to shoot 7 for 15 because you got to get your teammates going too, and so they can't. You know what I'm saying? That's why I like players like Donovan Mitchell have so much value. Jimmy Butler has so much value. Why I praise defense and playmaking because it's crucial for a dude to still want to be motivated to play the game when he's not scoring. And there's times when players such as like a Devin Booker, they don't seem enthusiastic about the game when they don't get the rock, when they're not scoring the bucket. Not saying that's the case, but Donovan Mitchell, to me, he's taken a step back as far as like scoring, and he seems to be playing better basketball.
Yeah. Yeah. It's frustrating to watch because like when you watch them, it shows like they're showing effort. It shows like they're showing effort, but it's like the intensity is not there. Like intensity, I think the biggest thing that they're missing is the physicality. When I'm playing, like personally, as long as I've played baseball, basketball, or the little bit of football I played, I physical. Like I want to get my hands on it. Like I want to pause, but I want to like I just the contact, the
Mhm.
contact. I want the contact. They're not looking for it. And then when the problem and the even bigger problem is when they do get a team that is physical, that is looking for the contact, they shy away from it. That I don't understand. I don't think you can't win a championship like that. And I don't know if they understand that. And
Yeah, like when you look at the past teams that have won, like even maybe like a Dallas Mavericks, they had a Shawn Marion, they
Mhm.
had certain players. What was the Josh? What was the other kid's name? Josh. Shoot, I can't remember his name.
On that 2011 team,
Yeah, tall black dude, Josh something. Can't remember his name.
oh,
I wanted to ask you something about the game, a little off what we're specifically talking about right now, but I don't want to forget. How'd you feel about that push? For those that didn't see it, there was a push from Bradley Beal on Anthony Edwards towards the end of the game that wasn't even called a foul. That was later
that was
reviewed
insane.
to be called a technical foul,
Of
but
flagrant,
a flagrant.
flagrant,
Sorry, yeah,
actually, yeah.
flagrant. Yeah, but yeah, how'd you feel about
I saw it and I was like, "Oh, somebody actually cares. Somebody's actually upset that they're losing." Bradley Beal's like, yeah, he's upset that they're losing. So yes, it was a dirty. Like, I don't know if I want to call it dirty, but like, because I mean, Chris Paul did the same thing, to be honest, in the finals. Like, I don't know if I want to call it dirty. It was unnecessary. I'll say that it was definitely unnecessary, but it was like somebody actually has some pride because that play was Dante DiVincenzo bounced alley, and so Bradley Beal actually was like, "Yeah, no, I don't care. I don't care if we're losing by 17, by 2, or by 30. You're not gonna come into my house and try and do some fancy slick stuff like that. So somebody actually has some pride. And so to that, I was like, thank you. Like, don't let him just come and do that. That's kind of how I felt. Like, don't let Anthony Edwards do anything like
I
that.
like that.
So
I think I would feel the same way if I was, Suns fan.
like, because you never see that from the Suns. You never see anything like that. I would like we were just talking about the physicality. They don't show any physicality. And if they get bumped, they don't like it. Every team, first of all, there is zero teams that are afraid of the Phoenix Suns.
Oh yeah.
Zero. And there's also zero, but every single team, their game plan, go be physical. As it should be. Go be physical because they don't like the physicality. And so if that's the game plan that teams plan against you, that's pathetic. Pathetic.
Yeah, I do. I think it was a little dirty. I was glad that AE didn't get hurt. Um, but I do think it was a little dirty. I thought the CP3 one was a little dirty as well. Anytime that you're like, had he was, let's say if he was about to go up and he pushed him, to me it's a little different because he has more control over the fall. He's
Right.
not like high in it, but he was in the air. Like
Like he
he
was
almost
there.
had his head on the backboard. Like there was a number of things that could have happened. Again, I'm thankful that one of the future stars of the league didn't get hurt. Because then there would have been, a lot. Bill probably would have got suspended, big suspension, huge fine, whatever the case may be. But I do think that it is also on the other side of that, like you said, I agree. It's dope to see a little bit of fight in your players.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? I will say that I wanted to see that dunk get finished though. Like I'm not gonna lie. I'm
I
like, yo, we ain't seen no highlights in a little bit.
no,
Like,
I was definitely happy that dunk did not get finished. But to also hit on another thing you kind of mentioned, the fact that wasn't called a foul.
yeah. I think that goes back to an earlier conversation that we had on maybe 7 or 8 pods ago.
Mhm.
You brought it up. Does the NBA need to do something about the reffing?
Yeah.
And I think that I actually was having a conversation with a buddy of mine about SGA the other day and how to me he's starting to foul bait. To me, like I feel like almost all elite players do it to a certain extent
Mhm.
because it's part of the game, but there's a line. And SGA has crossed over the line because he's sometimes feels like he doesn't get the calls he deserves. So now he's getting more than the calls he deserves. But I feel like Ant's one of the players who doesn't even like he doesn't look to foul bait. Yeah, although he's a really that's just not his style of game. And so he doesn't get the fouls that players who do it more often than not get, and he has the most texts in the league right now, and a lot of people think it's because he doesn't get the calls.
See, that's where we kind of disagree because I think it's the opposite. I don't think SJ foul baits. I don't think he foul. Now, okay, to an extent, because everybody foul baits. Like everybody, like when you're driving into the lane and you don't have a shot, yes, you're gonna extend your arms and bait the defender to come down and slap on your arm and try and slap the ball and things like that. But one thing I really respect about is he doesn't like if he doesn't get a call, he doesn't complain.
No,
He doesn't talk to the ref. He doesn't throw his arms up and throw a fit. He doesn't do any of that. I know I can name out of the best 10 players in the league, 8 of them. I will actually go 9 of them. All complain when they don't get a foul. All of them. All of them. Jokic, Luka, Tatum, Giannis,
Braun.
Braun. They all complain. SGA, if he doesn't get a foul, he goes back on defense. So that's why I'm not mad at him getting free throws. Because when he doesn't get fouled, he doesn't complain.
I would say that I wouldn't be mad at it. To me, if I'm a hooper, I would feel like this needs to be protested. You're not going to tell me just because of the simple fact that he's not complaining that he's allowed to shoot 14 free throws a game when if I'm Ant-Man, I'm shooting 5.
But it definitely helps his case.
It shouldn't though. The
It shouldn't.
referees should not be biased because of my attitude. Because especially if I feel as though I'm getting fouled, and record shows that I am, so that gives more purpose for me to complain. So if now that you're upset because I'm complaining, you're not giving me fouls, that's even worse.
And now it could be, but you also got to think of it.
I'm getting texts now.
But you also got to think of it in the human being aspect of it. If somebody keeps coming up to you, hey, okay, I'll use Hendrix, for example, right? Your son. Hey, Dad, can I have ice cream? No, not right now. We're about to have dinner. Hey, Dad, can I have ice cream? No, right now. We're about to have dinner. Hey, Dad, can I have this ice cream? Hey, is that going to entice you to give him ice cream? Or are you going to like, no, if you ask again, you're not getting ice cream at all?
Yeah.
It's the same thing with the rest.
Great parenting will tell you not to change your attitude about your answer. Because when you do, now your child is scared to ask you questions.
Mm-hmm.
It's just a question.
But if he's constant after you already said no, and he keeps asking,
okay,
they're like at some point in time,
he's a child. He that's what, and that's what they are there to referee the game, and they are making 1,000 mistakes.
Mm-hmm.
So the fact that I'm now upset that you're making mistakes for you to punish me when this is what you're paid to do. This is your job to punish me. That's.
But again, I understand this, but there's also a human aspect. It's okay. I'll use.
But what about the human aspects from Ant? That's exactly what I'm going to. Is like, how you expect me to give you the same respect when you're punishing me for being angry about something that you're missing?
But again, it's the constant like crying and constant like Tone. If I come to you say, hey, can I have the hat? And you say no. And then the next day, hey, Tone, can I have that hat? No. The next day, hey, Tone, can I have that hat? No.
But it's a little.
And it's the same thing. Like, hey, I got fouled.
Yeah, it's a little bit different from can I have that hat? It's like you're overheating my food. Like, bro, turn the microwave. Like it's a you and I having the hat is just you taking something from me. There's a reason why Ant is angry. You understand? Like I have no reason to be angry just because he's asking me a question.
Right.
It's not. Why am I angry? Like this is my job.
Right.
My job as a dad is to answer his questions.
Right.
No, son. Sometimes I laugh at Hendrix when he does it to me. I literally laugh because I'm like, bro, I know what you're doing. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. And if I was the referee, I would do the same thing.
Laugh.
Yeah.
Don't get angry and now punish me for you. And that's what I'm saying. Like what's happening in the NBA is they're this is slavery mentality. They are punishing them when if as far as business, I'm like, bro, my bad. I'll get you on the next call.
Right.
The level of communication and the feeling is completely different for both people. I don't care if this is my job, and I know that I'm missing calls. If I'm a perfect referee, then I'm also going to be like, hey, listen, I know I'm a perfect referee. I didn't miss a call. I'm still not going to punish you for feeling like I missed the call.
Right.
Because and then the other like they go to this report after every game, it's 2-minute report, and they say, yeah, we fucked up.
Okay, so how do you feel about makeup calls?
It depends on where it is in the game.
No, see, but that's the thing. With me, if you're gonna make a call in the first quarter, make that same call in the fourth.
Nah, it's not the same game.
It is absolutely the same.
It's not the same game.
If you call a reach in foul in the first quarter, call that same reach and foul in the fourth. That's how refereeing is. Because
because the level of physicality changes throughout the game. So there's actual periods of time throughout a game where they meet as refs and go, all right, we have to change the way we're reffing this game because it's getting too physical and someone's going to get hurt. And so I agree because I do respect that, like you're saying, like there'll be a penny pass foul in the fourth quarter that you're like, yo, y'all weren't calling that in the first. And so how you gonna call that now to where Devin Booker's getting his fifth when so and so didn't get there first in the first quarter. I definitely understand that aspect.
So but that's how I feel about refereeing. I don't know. Like it's one of those things. It's one of those things where I just don't, because and the reason why I ask you about the makeup calls is because say he missed a foul, Ant goes up and he gets slapped on the arm, like middle of the forearm, obvious foul, and doesn't get called. If you then go on the other end, if he then comes down and he goes up and the guy gets the ball clean, don't call a foul because you missed the last call.
Yeah,
that's not part of, missing calls is part of the game. Referees are not going to see everything, but when you do see it and you do see that it's a foul or not a foul, don't call it. Whether you missed the last call or not. My dad always told me growing up, fish memory. So do you know how long the fish memories last? 10 seconds. 10 seconds. And he used to tell me that after I struck out in baseball. Grew up playing baseball. After I struck out, forget about it. Fish memory, forget about it. Because then you're going to, if I'm thinking about that, if I'm thinking about me striking out, I'm going to go on defense and the ball's going to go right in between my legs. I'm going to miss it. I'm going to drop it, it's whatever it is.
Almost like next shot mentality.
Exactly. And it's no different for referees. If you miss a call, forget it. No makeup call. No, if it's a foul, it's a foul. If it's not a foul, don't call it.
Yeah, I can agree with that. I think the issue I have is that Anthony Edwards and SGA shoot close to the same amount of shots a game. Similar playing style. If you could say one's more physical, likely say Anthony Edwards, the way he attacks the basket. And the amount of free throws that they shoot in the game is just drastically off. So it seems odd. And then for him, the way he replies, I've seen other players like do the same thing, and I'm like, damn, why is AE had his bad rep, and why is he getting teched up like that? Seems a little messed up, like he's getting targeted.
I just with the complaining and with the, that's the biggest thing really for me. Is like if you don't get a foul call, at least don't complain when it happens.
Yeah. It's bad optics for a fan too.
It is, because I mean, what if he doesn't call a foul? What can you then do? You can't do anything. Like there's no changing the play as it happens.
No, it's true. You messing up on defense.
Exactly. So at a stoppage, yes. Hey, why didn't you call that? What did you see? And then you also have to have conversations with the referee. You can't just go up to him and yell at him. So again, human aspect. The referees are humans, just like those players are. And so that's why I respect SGA so much. Is because yes, he may shoot a lot of free throws, but he does get fouled, and he also doesn't complain every time he doesn't get fouled. Or no, every time he gets fouled, he doesn't get a call.
So, yeah, I wonder if it was a strategy of his.
Very well could be. Very well could be.
It works. It's working.
Well, what time do you have to leave?
Well, a good 5 minutes.
Okay, so I was thinking next 5 minutes we talk about Debo, and then we can finish the rest of the episode tomorrow.
All right.
All right. I gotta edit in between that, but okay. Let's move on for the next few minutes. There's another big trade that happened. Or not big, I guess. I guess it was like semi-decent. Debo Samuel is no longer part of the 49ers. He has moved on to the Washington Commanders and Jaden Daniels for only a fifth-round pick. So, what were your thoughts when you first saw the trade?
My first initial thought was, well, damn, I was right. He said there was somebody who was going to make some powerful moves, and the Eagles might have might be a little more difficult run for them next year. And yeah, it's looking like it didn't take that long for somebody to make a first move.
Hey, that never gets old. Well, what did you say at the beginning?
I don't remember.
I mean,
fish memory.
Mm.
But yeah, Kills. It's a great, I think it's a great addition for JD. Um, yeah, having that what they call a dip and dunk
Yeah.
style player. I
Yep.
know he's a little older, but I think if he can stay healthy, be a little bit of a leader in the locker room, that will lead for them to have more success next year. And they already, it's a great first year for Daniels.
Yeah. As soon as I seen it, I was like, oh, that's another weapon for Jaden. I mean, that team's going to be good. Dan Quinn has done an absolutely phenomenal job with that football team. And I'm not surprised at all either. I'm not surprised at all. He's been like he was a good head. He got the Falcons to the Super Bowl as a head coach, and probably should have won, but he's going against Brady, and so that's tough. But he got that
What was
team.
that?
Huh?
I didn't hear you.
Fish memory. But no, he did really well with that team, and so Dan Quinn did wonders for that team. And obviously, you go out and get a quarterback like Jaden Daniels who stepped in and fit in seamlessly, no problems, and so
Great first year.
fantastic. And I think as long as I think he's going to hit that sophomore slump. He's not going to be. I don't think he's going to be nearly as good and or consistent as he was all year last year.
Teams might learn him a little bit.
Yeah, I think so. Him and Cliff Kingsbury. Cliff Kingsbury, obviously the former Cardinals head coach. Sometimes he can get a little predictable.
Okay.
And so if you get predictable with Jaden Daniels, a young quarterback going into his sophomore season, he may struggle a little bit. I think there's still going to be a very good football team. But can you say consistent? You may not win the division because you got the Super Bowl champs in that division. But can you get into the wild card? Because like I told you, and like we've talked about, teams are going to get better. The Cowboys are going to get better. And that's another team in that division that could make, if they're healthy and if they're not being dumb, can make a run.
Yeah, somebody in Dallas has got to do something right now. Or it's going to be a riot in Texas.
Oh, my goodness. So, and, the 49ers, they lose Debo. That's a tough situation. And because you're going to have to pay Brock Purdy. You just paid Brandon Ayuk, who is out with a torn ACL. You still have George Kittle. You still have Christian McCaffrey, who has struggled to stay healthy. Obviously last year. Can you build upon this? And again, you have to also determine, is Brock Purdy your guy? Is Brock Purdy the guy you're going to pay $50 million a year to over the next 4 years? At least $50 million. And I just
that's a lot of money.
Oh, oof. Again, to be paying a middle of the pack quarterback, like I don't know, but the Commanders I know are going to get better, and so this move makes them better. Obviously, we know Debo is a yak guy, yards after catch, so he's going to catch the ball. He's not going to beat you deep. He's not going to he's not going to be those speedy guys. He's going to catch the ball at or near the line of scrimmage and go run some people over. He can run those intermediate routes too, but he's gonna catch the ball at the line of scrimmage and he's gonna go run some people over on bubble screens, on a jailbreak screen, slant routes. Like that's the type of receiver he is, and he's another weapon. As long as he's in shape, he's gonna be good for the Commanders. All right, quick switch, quick flip. As you can see, we were in person, and now the next day. Life happened. And we had to do busy things, and we had to do life things and father things and other boring human being me things. So, and now it is the next day,
and we're back.
So today is now Wednesday, March 5th, and Tuesday night there was a certain game, Tony, and while watching this game. I was about to throw myself into the television. Okay, there was a point in the third quarter. I was just throw myself into the television.
Dang.
You know,
Now you
uh,
can't watch the game no more.
that was the point.
Oh shit.
Yeah, that was. Yeah, that was. Oh, that's absolutely the point. Um,
You
you
know,
know,
it's still like the game is still being played if you do that.
oh yeah,
Like,
but as
okay.
long as I'm not able to see it, I think that was the key.
All right.
Yeah. So, but luckily for me, thankfully for me, fortunately for me, I restrained from throwing myself into the television, and for good reason. The Suns were through quarters 1 through 3. I've never seen a worse basketball team in my entire life.
Yeah,
I've
I
been
think
watching basketball for a long
let me
time.
see. Let me read the text.
Oh yeah, go ahead and read that
Let me
text.
see what you said.
Yeah, I sent Tony a text last night during the game. Yeah, Tony, if you
This
would.
is the worst basketball team the Suns have ever put out on a basketball court. 9:29 p.m.
Yes, that was maybe around right before halftime, or maybe right around halftime. And because I mean, it just looked awful. I mean, Zubac was eating it up. They were on after made baskets. The Clippers were getting wide open layups. The effort looked porous. Uh, Brian Anderson, the play-by-play guy that was calling the game, at one point in time called the Suns a porous basketball team. Stan Van Gundy wouldn't shut his loud talking bald mouth about talking about the Suns, so that was irritating. And so quarters 1 through 3, they were awful. I think I could have went out there, and I think me, you, and my dad could have went out there and put on a better performance than what the Suns did in the first 3 quarters of the game.
Mm.
And the fourth quarter, something flipped, something switched, and
The
something
switch,
kicked into gear.
like a light, like a light.
The Suns were down 23 points in the fourth quarter.
Is that the
23.
biggest comeback of this season?
The biggest comeback in franchise history
Woo-hoo.
in the fourth quarter. So biggest or largest deficit in the fourth quarter for them to face, for them to then come back. It was a great win. It was a great win. Now, Tony, you and I were talking before we started this morning, at least. That win, I'm in between two places at the moment. I'm either okay, we may just have the Clippers number, and that was just us having the number once again. We are 4-0 against the Clippers, or that was a statement. Excuse me, that was a statement win, and that win might project us to for the Suns to realize, oh, hey, we can, if we actually, put some effort into the game and up the intensity, we might be able to make a run. I don't know which one is which. I haven't decided on the way I feel about it yet. I'm leaning towards we just have the Clippers number because I've seen this before. I've given myself, or they've given me false hope because you go out and beat the Warriors by 25, almost 30 points, and then you go lose to the Bulls or the Raptors, whoever was they lost to after that. And I know it wasn't a good team.
Pelicans.
The Pelicans also. I mean, dude.
Oh no, that was the same week.
But
yeah, it's been rough.
Oh yeah, and that even might be an understatement. So I'm not sure if this is just we have the Clippers number, or this was actually a game for us to realize, hey, we can do this if we up the intensity, give a little bit more effort, and play some sort of defense. But it was a great win. KD was fantastic in the fourth quarter. He went off for 19 in the fourth quarter. He was amazing. Colin Gillespie, goodness gracious, he came into the game and gave us an absolute spark. Hit the dagger 3. He had a couple assists. He had 10 points. He was 4-6 from the field, 2 or 3 from 3. He was fantastic. He came in and gave us a spark. I'm sure he's going to get more minutes because of it. That's just what Bud likes to do. If you come into the game and you have an impact, you will get more playing time in the future. Deservedly so. So I'm hoping this is not just a one-off. I'm hoping this is like, hey, we can do this if we do these things. And that's kind of my takeaway from the game last night.
No, definitely A much needed win for Phoenix. Yeah, it's tough for me as well to pick which one of the two that was last night. I I didn't see the Suns that I think they need to be. So I'm still a little. I go back and forth, man. I feel as though I need to see them win like this a couple games in a row for before I can decide. Because yeah, Kevin Durant had to put on a show for that game to be won.
Real quick, sorry, before you continue, Tone, this is perfect timing because we're talking about the Suns, and well, they finally won a game, and to somebody who has been on the Suns for well as long as I can remember, and a friend of the
No, so
show.
I should get him a Phoenix Bun shirt. He probably would love the Phoenix Buns joint.
Well, see, there you go.
No, I'm cool. I see. Yo, matter of fact, you dropped the fire emoji on it, didn't you? That was you. That
Never,
wasn't you. That
never,
was Gucci. Somebody threw the fire joint. That was like, oh yeah, I need one of those. The
never,
Phoenix.
never, never, never. Not me. Never,
But
never that.
as always, welcome back to the show. Sudi has made his return, and well, his team is playing pretty well at the moment. Go Lions, right?
Go
Oh
Lions!
no.
My bad. That was that's
Low
my bad.
blow.
It's okay. It's okay, man. It's okay. I ain't tripping. I ain't tripping. We'll be back. My Lions will be back.
See, Sudi, you took the higher road because me, pause. When Maul go low, I go lower.
Yep,
Hey,
and
it's
I go
okay.
and when you go lower, I go to the basement. Where you going?
Hey, and it's
No.
okay. I let him throw his shots. It's okay because I came to his stomping grounds and my Lions got right. So I beat your team already. I might have lost to the Commanders, but I
Oh,
beat you boys
damn. My
already.
bad. I feel like I threw an alley
Who
oop right
Mahomes?
there.
Nah, I'm not Mahomes. You ain't beat
No,
Mahomes.
I beat Mahomes too.
When you beat
Oh,
Mahomes?
We beat Mahomes the year before, first game of the
Yeah.
season,
Yeah.
and then last year we just took care of your Cardinals.
Yeah.
So, and we got Mahomes again this upcoming year. We might get him again.
Yeah. Go ahead and pinch yourself. Make sure you're not dreaming. Oh, but okay, I had to get him in here. But Tony, Sudi, we're reacting to the Suns game last night. Tone, go ahead and finish that remark that you were making.
yeah, I was just saying, great comeback. I definitely think they need to play a little more consistent before I can come up with a decision on if they're going to be able to, actually make the playoffs or something like that. I definitely think that. I think I said this in the beginning of the season. Kevin Durant has to be the best player on the team. I think Devin Booker still needs to be Devin Booker, but in order for the Phoenix Suns to have just this magnificent run that they are going to need to be a contender to make the playoff, whatever the case you want, whatever flag you want to put in the air, Kevin Durant got to be the best player on the floor, and he definitely has to be the best player on the Phoenix Suns. And I don't know how it's going to work, and I'm honestly glad that I'm a fan of the green.
I'm
Yeah,
a fan
nobody
of the
asked.
goal.
Nobody asked what team. Well, either of you, quite frankly, what team you guys supported. So both of them I hate. So with the burning
Hmm.
passion. So
It's booting. It's our coach.
yeah.
It's our
I
coach, and y'all players have not bought in. Y'all players have not bought into the. They haven't bought into the system at all.
I'll
Y'all
tell you
have
what.
not.
It sucks because if if he were to be one and done, like Vogel was, this would be now. Okay, for example, this would be Devin Booker's 8th head coach.
Shit.
That's a lot of coaches. I didn't even know y'all had that many.
I was gonna say, so at what point do you start to look beyond? Because
Earl
me
Watson,
personally, I
Earl
don't even
Watson,
feel like it is Budenholzer. I
Earl
don't think
Earl Earl Watson was y'all coach for a long time.
No, the longest
wasn't
coach
he
they had was
assistant.
Monty Williams.
Monty was the
Yeah,
longest.
Monty.
I thought Watson was with y'all for a while because I know he was there when y'all was losing.
Earl Watson was there for. I'd have to look that up, but
At least like a couple seasons, because I know he was there with when D Book first got there. He was like there when D Book and
He
y'all
was there
got
before Monty, right?
yeah,
And
that's
yeah,
then
what I'm
and then
saying. He was
and
there
then they
for a
had
minute.
Lucas coach. Then they had
Oh, they did have Lucas coach. I forgot all about that. They did have him. They did. They did. They did. They did. They did.
um,
it's just interesting for them to go back and forth from offensive to defensive coaches and still have the
Hmm.
same struggles.
Well, the Suns were good until y'all went away from the Aiden and the Chris Paul. I don't really feel like the Mikal Bridges and that shit was good. But when y'all made the trade for KD and then y'all did that, that was a good trade. And y'all should have set a little bit longer in stone on that instead of pushing that out and then going to get Yukis Nurkic and then moving Chris Paul out, not bringing Jay Carter back. Couple things y'all did that y'all should have did. Y'all should have got rid of the McHale and all of that, but y'all should have kept. I should have kept Paul and y'all should have kept Aiden.
the downfall started when we got Beal.
When y'all got Bill, yeah, I feel this when y'all got Bill too. I feel this y'all downfall started when y'all got rid of Aiden and Chris Paul, and then the things that y'all got to replace them was not good
Yeah.
because y'all already have two niggas that can put the ball in the hole. Y'all don't need a third.
Mm-mm.
Y'all didn't need a third. Y'all had two real bucket getters. Like, so y'all didn't need no. Y'all didn't need like a third option. It's not like y'all got a person on there that's like both say Kevin Durant and Devin Booker like 30 plus. They both not 30 plus. One is damn near just about 30 and the other one is 30 some years old. You know what I'm saying? So they're not two, it's not like you got two old scorers out there. You got one that's kind of young and then one that's a little bit older. So I feel like y'all should have just kept Chris Paul. Chris Paul was our balance. It took a lot of stress off of them two other players. You feel me? You only gotta get so many people involved. All you gotta focus on is getting to your spot. And that's it. You know the ball coming to you. You know what I'm saying? Now Devin Booker got more decisions to make because he got the ball in his hand. 90% of the offense, he bringing it up. He's setting up the plays. And that's what was happening last year. Then y'all got Tyus Jones. Then y'all go away from Tyus Jones because that's not the type of point guard that y'all need. He's not. His voices wasn't commanding enough. That's why shit wasn't working. Chris Paul was what y'all
Defense.
needed. Y'all needed somebody
Defense.
to vote. Yeah, y'all need defense, but y'all needed y'all boy. And then coach wasn't playing that good, going mixing, not putting Bobo in there enough. I ain't like that. Now he's starting Bobo,
I
but in the
said that
beginning of
on
the season he was
like
playing.
my fourth pod. I'm like, why the hell did y'all sign Bobo and if y'all not gonna play him?
Yeah, you're not using him right. I wasn't using him right. Like, I don't.
Yeah, because starting him ain't the way to go neither. He's not a starter. He
No,
comes
he's
off the
not a
bench and
starter.
brings energy.
He does. He
And
brings good energy. He
I
does. He
feel
brings
like
good energy.
for me personally, it's the organization, the people in the front office that somebody needs to have a conversation
I'm
with
gonna just
them.
say this: Jones got to go.
Well, here's the thing. I think James Jones is a fine general manager. I think he's.
Hell
I think.
nah.
I think.
He shot y'all short every single time.
But
Y'all
I
been shot
think.
short.
I think the reason I think he's doing what Matt Ishbia is telling him to do.
But that's the problem. It's like he make it look nice, but it's a cheap ass suit. It's gonna
Yeah,
fall apart. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's at the end of the day, there's certain things, certain conversations that you got to put your foot down if you really want to win. Like the fact that they allowed Monty to push Jay Crowder out the door, that was weak. That
that
was
was
weak as
terrible.
hell.
That was
Yeah.
And
terrible.
like those small things that used to happen like that, I used to be like, yeah, that's not a winning organization. It's
Hmm.
not, because we in that James Jones seat, you have to tell people like, yo, if y'all want to win a championship, we need players like him. Y'all gonna get him out the door and then go spend more money on a player who don't want to do what he's gonna do. He does more for less. That's the type of
Hmm.
player Jay Crowder was at the time.
Yep. And then the players that you replace him with, you got Royce O'Neal. The year before y'all had Eric Gordon, and then y'all already had Jay Crowder that did the things that both of those players do, but he does it better. He plays defense better, and they both are all three players, they all do the same. They all shoot threes, corner threes, and all that. But that one thing that Jay Carter does a little bit better, he's going to command. He's going to command the defense. He's going to bring forth effort, and he's going to play hard every single night. And you
And he's
need that.
bigger and stronger. You can't
Exactly.
teach size. He's six
Yeah.
seven, 260, 270.
Every team got to have a
Big
Swiss
dude.
Army knife or do it all guy. Like my
Man.
Lakers, we got Vando. Vando ain't out there. That's
Hold on,
about to
say it
do.
again. Say it again. Hold on, say it again for bro. Because when I told him,
Yeah.
I'm gonna find the clip. I told him Vander was gonna come back and change stuff, and he looked at me
Yeah.
and laughed. They laughed at
Nah,
me.
Vando had already did. He was if you didn't pay attention before, he was already a problem. He might not listen, he might not score a lot, but the pest shit that he does and the little things that he does that fucks with you, that slows up, mess up your timing, or slow, you got 24 seconds in the shot clock. He already checking you from the time in you get the ball. Now you get the ball over half court. Now you got 15, 16 seconds left to get into your set.
They
You
call
know
him
what I'm
the
saying?
new Jokic stopper.
Man.
Shit. Yeah. Go ahead and try that. Go ahead and try that in the playoffs and
Yo, he
see
held
how you
Jokic
knew
to like
Jokic
22
stopped.
We'll
points.
we will we will we will do good against the Nuggets this year just because simply how they are structured. That's the only reason why. If
They
they
have
were
they have enough.
structured a little different, we probably wouldn't hit them right.
Y'all got enough athletic builds. AG ain't
Mhm.
100%, and they don't
Yeah.
have the upfront defense to guard
And
Luca.
the number
So
one thing that they don't have, what they had before, they just don't have they just not shooting the ball as good as they were when they went on their runs. Like they still got Michael Porter, they still got Jamal. Jamal is like I call him, he like that volume shooter. He can get hot and he can get hot for a while, but just catching and shooting, that ain't his thing. And then
Hey, the Nuggets got the Lakers kryptonite.
they do. I'm just saying, just this right now, what they just don't have that shooting. That's all I'm saying. That
That's what I'm
yeah,
saying. The Lakers' worst nightmare is Michael Porter Jr.
it's Aaron
man.
Gordon.
It's
It's,
Eric Gordon.
it's
Michael
Aaron
Porter
Gordon.
Jr. don't miss against the Lakers.
He
Yeah,
usually don't. That's true too. But Michael Porter ain't
he
played
ain't
good
been
against us
making
the other
this
day.
year, so I think they're okay. He
He
having
ain't
a
been
rough
making
year.
until he faces the Lakers in the playoffs. Watch what I tell you.
We're gonna see how he plays us in the playoffs.
I would say because he got to play defense. That's the thing. The Lakers have the number one defense since the trade.
Yeah. Everybody on my
That's the difference.
head because they keep telling me like we need a big man. But I'm like, man, we truthfully don't need a big man.
All y'all need is for homeboy to get rolling. The homie that came from Philly, what's his
Mm-hmm.
name? Y'all
Mm-hmm.
need him to get rolling and get Gabriel. Y'all get them two players to
We've
play
been
more
Gabe.
consistent off of the bench.
Gabe has been playing better. I'm gonna
Yeah, he's
appreciate
playing
him.
better, but he ain't what he
He
was.
can be better though. I know what you're saying. He ain't giving that Miami right now, but he's getting close. He's getting back. He's getting back.
And I told y'all know Ricky. I told Ricky, like once they signed Gabe Vincent, Gabe Vincent finna do this, and that. Gabe Vincent won't. I told him, Gabe Vincent won't average 10 points for the Lakers, and he
Nah,
hasn't since.
he hasn't. He hasn't. But you got to understand too. He came off of a serious injury. He's been injured for damn near almost 2 years. He
Yeah,
has. He's been messed up.
He
That's
he
why it's
needs
taking
more
him so
minutes,
long to. Yeah, he needs more minutes for sure. I'm gonna
but
tell you
he
who
has to
really
earn
need
them
more
because
minutes, and I feel like JJ just been bullshitting my nigga. I wish he get him minutes to Cam Reddish, but Cam just, I don't know what the fuck Cam be doing. Cam really is like he like that man.
I
Cam really
box
can
with
hoop.
Cam tough.
Cam really can hoop.
He'll have 4 games and then he'll just disappear for 2 games.
Yeah, man. He just can't get considered. I don't know why he haven't. I don't understand how he don't got the pro yet. Like my nigga, you been playing with Brian for like 2 seasons
Supposed to be
now.
a solid 3 and D.
Yeah, like how you don't understand. Like you a pro. You see this old ass nigga like prepare all the time. You see exactly what it takes. Like you need to become a pro. There's no way that you should be letting this nigga outwork you. You should be taking shit from this man and be like, okay, this how I gotta be. If I
well,
want to play and I want to get minutes, I gotta be like that.
hey, let me ask you. What's the ceiling for this team? Luca has finally kind of acclimated himself along this with the Lakers. He's playing well. He's getting back to Luca Doncic's form. LeBron is doing LeBron things. What's the ceiling for this team? Can they
Man, what
win
you
a
think?
championship?
What do you think? Them not didn't the Green just win last year?
Oh, that was the photo you liked. My bad. It wasn't the
Didn't
Phoenix
the Green,
run.
didn't the
It
Green, didn't the
was the
Green just
Celtics
didn't the Green just win last year? So you know what the
Lakers
Lake so you know what the
championship
Lakers gotta
picture.
do? You know what the
Hey,
Lakers still gotta do? We gotta follow up. We gotta
I
follow up.
accidentally called this out years ago. I said the year the Mamba, we gonna see JT versus Braun.
Oh, that'd be crazy.
I hope not. That's my worst
Like,
nightmare.
wait, hey, Tom, real spill. You scared of the Celts? I mean, you scared of the Cavs?
Nah, no.
Okay, say that then. That's all I need to hear.
I
Say
I
that
I
then.
I respect them, but I ain't scared of them. No.
So
No.
the other night that was tough.
Yeah, yeah. I will say that the addition of Hunter makes them a championship contender. Before,
Oh,
like
that's Phoenix.
before that, I really didn't think I didn't even think the Cavs honestly had a chance in the playoffs because they only had Darius Garland and Donovan Mitchell to play defense up front. But when they got D Hunter, I was like, oh, they're for real now.
Now that um Mobley is playing better, I take all my things back that I said about him. I got so much more respect for him. He ain't soft no more, and he
Yeah,
he really is a difference maker for the Cavs. He tough. He was really
to
soft. He was
me,
really
he's their
soft
most
last year.
valuable player.
Yeah, he's that MVP for sure. He was soft last year. He was soft. The previous year before that, he was soft. But this year, he like, hmm you know exactly what he want to do.
So, who's the biggest threat to the Lakers? Who's the biggest threat?
Um, mm. I'm gonna just go and say maybe I would have to say, damn. I ain't gonna lie to you. I really think we can get them all in like 5 and 6.
Whew.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie.
I will
Man,
say I've watched the last 3 Laker games. After clearly watching how they're playing, and I know the playoffs is definitely different, and OKC will be likely be not closer to not 100%. They'll be 90 some percent when they get Chet back. It'll be closer to 100.
Hmm.
The OKC has the only team that I think can defend properly in the West.
They big man's is soft though. I ain't worried about Chet.
That's where I go. Can Hartenstein and Chet put
They too
any
soft.
fear in Vando and and Hayes, and I don't think they can. And
Mm-mm.
it's not like those two aren't the scorers. It's just they're the bullies on the court. They are the
Exactly.
Isaiah Stewart for the Lakers. And if you don't in the playoffs, you got to make somebody fear you because it's going to be a time where you need to get to the cup. There's going to be a screen. There's going to be something that
Mm-hmm.
you need the upper hand.
Mm-hmm.
And the Lakers are going to be hard to bully, man. Luka's been there before. LeBron's been there before. And now you got a couple of young guys around them that are fearless.
AR got hella confidence. His
yeah,
confidence
you do.
distilled. He got hella confidence. So and then too with this playoff shit, man, it comes down to the sets, man. A lot of the game is gonna be ran and pick in half court. You know what I'm saying? So you're gonna have your fast breaks, you're gonna have your shit like that, but the game gonna be ran in half court. And I feel like I ain't gonna hold y'all up. I got the half court masters if you ask me.
Hey, no,
I
hey,
got I got two of the best half court masters on my team. If you ask me,
that's the problem. But
if you ask me, I got two of the best.
man, but what Tone tells me all the time, like, what do you now? Okay, now all I heard was Tone from last year because I was just so from the playoffs last year. I was so impressed with Luca. I said he was the best player in the playoffs. I was saying he was the best player in the world from what he was doing in the playoffs. But
Mm-hmm.
Tone was getting on me. Oh, he don't play no defense. He don't play no D. He's a cone. He do this. He do that. What are you gonna do defensively when the Thunder are hunting Luca? When the Nuggets are hunting Luca? When all these other teams, the Clippers are hunting Luca? What do you do then?
That at that point, that's just between him and JJ and him as a player. He gotta accept it and he gotta understand. that I already know that he probably knows nine times out of 10, and most nights he gonna be put in a position where he gotta move his feet. He know that because 9 times out of 10, he's usually checking a nigga that's in the corner, a Lou Dirt. You know what I'm saying? He's
But
gonna be
that's
checking
but
that
that's
guy.
the guy who's gonna go set the screen for him and get the
That's
switch.
true. That's true. That's what I'm saying. So that's what I'm saying. Like he got to accept that challenge as a player, as a man. That for me to get over the hump, I gotta move these feet. I gotta boogie. If I'm such a threat on one end, I gotta at least be okay on the other end. Not saying he gotta be a goat at that other end, but at least be okay. You gotta move those feet. Austin Reeves is still a liability as well. People try to tell me AR isn't that much of a liability. I said teams still pick on AR. AR still got a little softness to him. He got a little twitch in his
A
game
respectable
on
answer.
offense.
Just want to say that it's a respectable answer. Put
Yeah,
that out there.
Yeah.
My
Well,
my
Tom,
my, my co-host will just pull fluff out of the air sometimes to
yeah.
make his
I
point.
just be feeling like
yeah,
niggas just be overdoing that, bro. Like them niggas still get picked on. Brian still get picked on. The hell?
you can't.
Like
Yo, but
Brian be sitting down. Brian don't be sitting. Brian can't move his feet either. It's really a team effort of defense that we play. He
But
got
that's why
them.
Vando and Hayes are so valuable
Yeah,
because
yeah,
you can
yeah.
see them. If you watch the games, their movement is what like every team has that play on defense who's telling well where to go. LeBron has those plays, but every play down is Vando and Hayes. Every
Hmm.
single play down.
Whether it's
And
Hayes blocking some shit or Vando stealing something, it's definitely a good play for sure.
but what I do want to add to the conversation more is that I think there's value in Luca having LeBron be his mentor right now.
Oh hell
Luca
yeah,
didn't really look up to Kyrie. Like I think he had respect for Kyrie. He idolizes LeBron
LeBron.
James. So
Hmm.
this it's like a different, you might go to the court right now, more and you see somebody that you know is decent, but you feel like you could bust their ass, and you know what I'm saying. The conversation
Mhm.
is different from somebody where you like, yo, that's that nigga. Like,
Right.
Type
you know what I'm
shit.
saying? Like, that's how Luca, like yesterday, I seen him throw oops to LeBron, and the grin on his face after the oop is like, you know what I'm saying? It's different. And so I feel like if Braun's talking to him, like, yo, I need you to, hone in on this defense and on this strength work and this training. I feel like Luka's gonna take the initiative because he does feel there's a level of appreciation for LeBron that there wasn't for any other player or coach.
I think
Level of appreciation and greatness.
I think it's with Luca and LeBron. I think LeBron's gonna try. LeBron is absolutely gonna try and like he's gonna try hold his hand and walk him through this thing. But I come back to, and it's a cliche saying, but you can take a horse to the pond to drink water, but you cannot force the horse to drink the water. And Luca is going to have to want to get better. He's going to have to want to be great. And I think he wants to, but does he want to do everything that includes being great and the working out and the eating right and everything else outside the court to help impact on the court in terms of taking care of your body? And so with that, I would love to see it. Actually, no, I would hate to see it. Actually, I hope he just keeps eating McDonald's and Burger King and whatever he's eating. I really hope he keeps
With
eating
the
that.
beer on the side.
What? Hey, but
He had a great block last night that had me scratching my head. I said, no,
That's all I'm
this
saying
team
is
Luka ain't
all I'm
playing
saying is
defense
he be
now.
trying. He be listen, as long as I give an E for effort, my nigga. As long as he's trying. It's
hey,
all
but
about trying. They have to collab on the defense at the end of the day. So as long as he's doing his part and trying, you feel me? As long as he's moving his feet, showing the body, showing his hands, that give Vando, that give Hayes time to make that adjustment so they can get that block. Don't just
Which
let that nigga walk you down.
what's y'all's other center's name?
Oh, we got man,
The fake Dwight Howard.
the
we got the
55,
fake, we got number 55. I can't remember his name.
That's
He's
crazy.
been decent though. He's been decent. And
The
then we
fake
got
Dwight. That's what
he
I
just got
call him.
boomed
Fake
on
Dwight
too by
Howard.
and
Zion.
we got Alex. He did. Zion just did him crazy.
Yeah.
And we got Alex Lynn dirt ass.
Oh, that's
Yeah,
right,
I'm
Alex
yeah. Y'all need
Len.
to get
I'm
rid of him.
sick. I'm
His
sick.
former
We picked
son.
up Lynn. I was so hurt. I'm like, nigga, grab JaVale or something.
But
Send him back to Phoenix.
no,
Man,
you keep him over there. I don't want no part of Alex Len.
you
But
gonna be mad if my Lakers get DeAndre Ayton.
Get him, please, God, get him.
Man.
Hey, hold on,
God.
'cause I know what you about to say, and I know you got to go. Drop your 5. So the next segment, me and you gonna hold it down. Maul said he got to go, but I want to hear your 5 real quick.
Yeah, I gotta go.
My
Nah,
top five.
Maul gonna drop his top 5
Oh,
players right now, currently top 5.
I'll drop mine and then let y'all react to it, and then y'all drop yours. But 1 is Jokic, 2 is SGA, 3 Giannis. This is where it gets tough. Man, it's
Can't say Patrick Mahomes. He's not.
Oh, why not?
Not the same sport.
He can hoop too. Why not? No, let me
I want to say Devin Booker.
Nah, I
Oh,
can't say
hell
Booker. I
no.
can't.
Oh,
See, there you
damn, you
go.
let D
I
Booker
will
go.
stop. I will leave the
Shit.
studio right now.
Yeah.
All right.
Just say it. I know you
I'm
gonna
gonna
say
say
it.
this because I'm
I
gonna
know
say
you gonna
this
say it.
because, and then I'm gonna head out immediately because I'm not trying to hear your old ass mouth. Tatum and then KD. I'm out. See ya. Ah! Ah! Ah!
Yo, shout out, broski. You gotta go to work, man. But yeah, I definitely want to hit first and foremost. I need your response to that 5 because I already know how you feel.
It was okay.
It was okay.
It was okay. He said, what was number 1?
He said Jokic,
SGA,
SGA,
Giannis,
Giannis, Tatum,
Tatum,
Durant.
KD. Mm, I say just take SGA out.
And who you putting in there?
Um, we going top 5 current players, so I just can't even really say that. So I guess we can keep it. We can keep SGA because I want to say Embiid, but obviously Embiid hasn't been playing this season. Mhm. Yeah, I could put Pops right there too.
I'm about to
So
I'm about to mess your head all the way up.
a
Pause.
40-year-old man out there cooking. I can put him up in
I
there.
was about to say.
Say
I
that's
don't
what I'm
got
saying.
KD not in my top 5.
I think I have to put Pops back up there. I think
LeBron James is.
LeBron James is that.
And so that's where it gets controversial for me, and that's why he did that because when I already knew he was gonna put Tatum in there, but it was that he and I have a building conversation that we're gonna have on the pod.
Mhm.
It's LeBron versus KD, and then it's Tarasi versus Maya Moore.
Oh damn. You gonna go to Rossi?
Mm-mm. I
You
want
gonna go
Maya.
Maya? Maya good. She got great accolades. She's a great player too. She was really good.
So for me, not to sidetrack, but for me, the argument is that we're just talking about best player, not who has the most accolades,
Oh,
not
just
who has
best
a better
overall player.
career,
I will go
who's the
Maya Moore.
best player. And
I go
so
Maya
that's
Moore.
what happened is we were talking GOAT talk, and then it transformed into who's the better player. And he was saying like DT's still the better player. And I was like, there's no way. And I'm like, this is what's wrong with us as fans. I feel like we need to break the actual attributes down, the skill sets that you need, and then add accolades and achievements. And then we're gonna have a whole score sheet of players, LeBron, KD, yada yada yada, and then you can check mark who has the better, who has the top tier of each skill set. And I'm
Hmm.
like, there's no way if you're gonna tell me we're gonna compare KD and LeBron that KD has more than LeBron. It's just
Yeah, he doesn't.
not passer, rebounder. You know what I'm
Nothing.
saying?
He nowhere close to Pops at all.
And
He
that's why
ain't nowhere close.
I'm looking for Maul to give me some substance for it because he's just saying that KD's a better player. He's saying that he has a better skill set. And I'm like, offensively, that's just one part of the game.
If anything, I feel like the only skill set that he probably had better than James was shooting. But now I feel like James is he's up there now. You can't leave that. You can't leave him open.
He's shooting 40% from the three after he turned to age 40.
Yeah, and he can shoot from every level of the court. What you need, he can pull up jumper, off the pick and roll, whatever you need in transition. He
And
can give you every type of
Mark
jumper.
gonna see this, and I'm giving him ammunition, but he'll argue to me that Giannis is a bully and people can't stop him. But then he's gonna choose KD over LeBron, which is a
Well,
contradiction.
give LeBron and KD the same height like Giannis, and I bet they do the same thing.
Oh yeah, LeBron's
Yeah.
done the same thing. LeBron,
Well, yeah, LeBron is already bullying people right now, but but just give him Giannis height and then let him go bully. It'll be even worse.
yeah, yeah. But
So
I definitely think LeBron's. I honestly think LeBron's in the MVP conversation at this
I
point.
don't see why he's not. He should be. Look what he's averaging. His numbers. His
Yeah,
numbers. Ain't nobody this old averaging what he averaging. He averaging damn near what 25, 24 a game.
they're second in the West.
There we go. There you go.
Like
You
that's the
want when you
craziest
want to be
part.
the MVP, when you talk about MVP, you want to have a winning team and you want to be putting up numbers. You doing
We
both
w-
of those.
we was talking about AD as an MVP. AD missed games in LA, and then Luca got traded to LA, and Luca was still missing games. LeBron carried them all throughout that time and
Hmm.
got them into second place. And I'm like, how can you, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's a constant argument. I was definitely scratching my head when you was trying to take SGA out of there, but I understand the argument because people say that SGA's team is the most valuable team. Like the pieces around SGA are very valuable. It's similar to the Celtics. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? And so people say, well, how good is Jason Tatum when he's surrounded by so many great pieces?
Yeah, I say the OKC is good. I say OKC is good, and I say they stop at about Andrew Wiggins for me. I say that is as deep as I can say they go. Now with you guys, I feel like from y'all starting five down to a few key guys on y'all bench, y'all are a little bit deeper. Now, like I said with OKC, I feel a little bit different. I feel like Andrew Wiggins and Isaiah Joe is okay, and they get it, they cool. But really, Andrew Wiggins is probably as far as I can go. Maybe Carson Wallace. But really, OKC, man, I don't really see nothing past they starting five. I don't really feel like they have the combinations to put out there to beat anybody. If SGA's not on the floor, they don't have nothing.
Yeah, yeah, they
Their team is
are
one. Their team is one dimensional. They don't really have. he- They don't have a second and third.
J
The
Dub is all on and off.
J Dub was an All Star this year. He's good. He's good. He's good. I'm not gonna say he's not good. He's good. I'll leave him open though.
It's gonna be interesting. They are somewhat of an anomaly. I can't figure them out night to night. Like some days the game looks like it's way too easy for them, and then
Hmm.
other games when I'm like, how they losing, and then they just come back and end up winning anyways. But
Hmm.
that they're an interesting team. I'm interested to see how they perform in the playoffs. Such a young team. SGA's got them operating
But
the
listen,
right
when they're
way.
not able to move up and down, and that game start to slow up, and they got to get into that half court, that's when you're gonna really see it. What their offense is truly about.
Yeah, you're gonna see SGA's true value.
Yeah, what he's really bringing to the court. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of their game is up and down the floor. You know what I'm
That's
saying?
because
Up and
they have
down.
that prolific defense.
Exactly. They can stop shit. But that's what I'm saying. But once they get across the team and they come across a team that's
Go ahead
actually
and say it. Say the Lakers. Go
okay,
ahead. You can say
they
it.
come across the lake, so and you gotta force a double team, two double teams now. You got two people on the court that once they get the ball in their hand, they gotta put some attention on that. So now that defense is kind of goes out the window.
Yeah,
You know
Maul
what I'm
likes to call it
saying?
star power. Maul goes,
Yeah, okay,
playoffs is all
so
about
yeah.
star power.
Yeah, there you
So
go. And that's true. It is.
it's
It's
gonna be
about that.
interesting.
It's about star power and who can execute them X's and O's in that half court the best. It's chess, not checkers, man. It's all about who can make that read. And like I just said, I have two of the best half court masters. And as long as one of them can accept that other part on the other side of the ball, then we gonna be okay. I can see us going far.
Yeah, I'll say this. It it's tough for me to see LeBron and Luca having, 3 bad games.
That's all I'm saying. And for and pops, he might only have one. And that's just Brown. That's his mentality. But that's just his mentality. I already see that.
Yeah,
I feel like them Celtics, y'all gonna walk that East down, and we gonna meet. We gonna meet.
hey, I'm hoping it'll be dope for basketball. Of course, it's good. It's the parody of it. You get the new GOAT versus one of the guys that the league is going to be handed down to. You get LeBron in the later part of his career fighting for a chip against the champions. Like
That's
it'll be
dope.
dope.
That's dope. That's really dope. I love
You
all of that. I love all of that.
you
That's
got
a
you
real
got
good
Tatum
sport.
versus Luca again, JB versus Luca again. You got Tatum versus Braun, which they seen in the Eastern Conference Finals of Tatum's rookie season. Like there's a lot of parity to it. The conversation is
Hmm.
dope.
Yeah, it looks good. It does. It looks good. Depending on how these playoffs go, I was hoping that the Mavericks and them had an opportunity to play. I'm mad how they sold
Yeah,
out
that
on
would have been
Klay
a crazy
Thompson.
first round.
I'm mad at how they did Klay. I assume that Klay I forgot what he signed with Dallas. Wasn't it like a 3 year, 2 year?
Yeah, something like that. I think 3 years.
Yeah, I think, but I assume that he gonna try to go back to Golden State next year. He gonna try to get out of that
He won't
contract.
make it if KD goes.
Yeah, they won't have the money, huh?
Yeah, yeah. Well, they will likely try to trade Jimmy Butler and something else for Kevin Durant, or even lighter than that. Maybe just a clean swap because KD's value is depreciating by the day in Phoenix,
Hmm.
sadly. But you swap them out, and then they don't have a need for Klay Thompson. They've got younger players. They can go get a young defender to slide in at the two, and yeah. I don't think I think worse than just basketball is the relationship between Clay and Steph. I don't know if
Hmm.
you've watched some of the games, but Steph don't seem like Clay just Steph made a big shot and Clay didn't even look at him.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying? Like I think that there's actual
Like
animosity
beef.
between those two. Yeah.
It could be. It definitely could be to actually show who's actually the greater shooter.
Yeah. Because
Could be
I feel
some
like
shit.
Steph may have even taken less money at times to keep shit together.
Hmm.
And Clay, I mean, it's a difference, when you're in a different part of your career too. Like Clay's like, I ain't doing that right now. Like, I got a
Hmm.
couple years left. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Give me my bag.
I'm trying to get all I can get.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
because later on I won't be making this. I'll probably be making vet minimum.
exactly.
That's barely
Exactly.
100 mil. So
Yeah.
man.
Yeah, but no, I definitely wanted to hear because I think my five may have even changed since the start of the season. So I wanted to hear Maul's five. I wanted to hear your five. I'm be interested to hear his response to our five.
Uh, I would have to say, still Jokic, number one. I like that. I'm gonna have to go with the 40-year-old man, and then I like Tatum. Um, I put SGA. SGA can get up in there. And my fifth right now, I think I'm gonna have to give it to Donovan Mitchell.
No Giannis, huh?
Oh,
D
Giannis.
Mitchell. I mean I can't knock it. D Mitchell got his team in first place, and although I think Evan Mobley is the most valuable player on there, he doesn't become that valuable without the sacrifice of Donovan Mitchell.
Mitchell,
Like he
exactly. And
sacrificed
Mitchell
a
even
lot.
talked about the sacrifice that he took this season. So Evan Mobley could be better. He was talking about that the other day. And that's good though, but that shows you how much of a team, how much of a man, and he understands that for him to win and them to get over the hump, he know that this nigga got to be that for them.
Hmm.
And that makes sense though. That was the same thing that I was saying last year about the Cavs. Like they good, but Jared Allen soft, Evan Mobley soft. You Jared Allen can't be out there smiling and shit. No, nigga, use the anchor. You hold shit down. You block shit. You keep going. You don't no smile. That's your job.
Yeah, the
Send
mental
shit.
part of the mental part of the game is real.
Yeah, nigga. Don't be out there smiling. In your mind, you smile. But on your face, you don't have no expression. This is my job. This what I do. You feel me? Never let do you enjoying the game. It's okay to smile and glance every once in a while, but Jared Allen was doing that a little, just way too much for me.
No,
Just
no,
too
I get
much.
it.
Just too
I get
much.
it.
You gotta be a dog, man. You can't be out there. You can't be like that. Block shit, keep it going. Next play mentality. I done sent that shit. I'm gonna send it again. You know what I'm saying? And then you smile at the end of the game after we can beat your ass.
Hell
Yeah.
yeah.
But I feel is that like the Cavs now, they too big man. They understand that they gotta be tough. Tristan Thompson been in their ear. You see TB over there yelling. So I like the Cavs. I definitely like them. I do. I like them. I like Darius Garland more than anything. I feel like Garland took his game and he's like he's excelled. I can't think of that coach name, but I know a lot of I know a lot of the foundation of their offense is just like the Warriors because he was on the Warriors coaching staff. So it makes a lot of sense, and that's why it's working.
Yeah,
It's
no,
working for him.
I definitely like what he's put together over there. I'm interested to see if the others is what Shaq likes to call them, will be able to perform in the playoffs.
Playoffs, yeah.
DG,
That Ty Jerome and them other guys.
Sam Merrill, yeah, they got
Yeah, yeah. And then that Dean Wade dude. They got some players that I already know in the playoffs they're gonna fade away.
yeah. That's
They're
what
gonna fade.
I would assume so, but again, I'm interested to see, man. They the number one seed in the game. DG, I call him Baby Ree, Baby Kyrie. I do love his
Mhm.
game, but I know that they play teams are gonna pick on him in the playoffs.
Oh yeah, liability. That's what I'm saying. Once you get into them half court sets, and then that's what it's about. Half court sets. Look for the matchup. Let's attack.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we definitely picking and rolling until he's guarding Porzingis in the paint.
Picking and rolling, getting caught on that switch. Porzingis like half his height.
Yep.
Porzingis turn. He right at the basket. Lay.
It's dope. It's dope. Like having a conversation with people who really understand the game because every win ain't throw your arms in the air, say F my team. Like, yeah, if you understand the game, oh yeah, we didn't have so and so, they had a hot shooting night, 7-game series, it's gonna be a little bit different. But
Different. Yeah, 100%. Y'all were
I
down a
think
person. Y'all were down a player when y'all played them the other night, and even without the player that y'all played, y'all didn't have, which I think is Porzingis, right? Y'all didn't have Porzingis that
Porzingis
night.
and Drew Holiday. Drew's out
Drew
for the
Holiday, yeah.
remainder, so he might be
Yeah.
back in the playoffs with that broken finger, but
Oh, he
we'll
got a
see.
broken finger. Okay, but either
Mhm.
way though, y'all played good without him. Y'all were
Yeah.
up. Y'all were up, but at the end of the day, basketball is a game of runs, and you have the 3-point shoot. You have a 3-point line in there, and that's dangerous. And the Celtics
Well,
are a team that lives and die by the three.
JB got in foul trouble, and then Tatum had
Hmm.
to go sit down. So when both of them were out of the game, Cleveland went on a hell
Yeah,
of a run.
I know they're going to run. Joe Mazzulla don't know. He ain't really got no. We picking on Pritchard and that other white boy.
Hauser.
Hauser
Mhm.
is pick on time. It's pick time. Come on, baby. Let's get
It
right.
was weird to me because I like Jordan Walsh. It's a young kid off the
Jordan Walsh is
bench.
good. That was the
I
boy
don't know.
from the Razorbacks. Did he come from the Razorbacks?
I don't know
He
why we
was a
didn't give
good
him
one.
no play that game enough, but
I don't
I
know
know
how he ain't getting no tick over us over Hauser.
Hauser.
He should be
I
yeah,
think
he should be getting more tick.
it's to try to get Hauser offensively rolling for the playoffs. But I also think that it's always like you said earlier, it's always chess, not checkers with Joe. So Joe
Hmm.
not gonna show all of his cards, all of his pieces.
As you supposed to. You ain't supposed to. You're supposed to keep some shit hidden. And maybe
Mhm.
that might be what JJ might be doing with Lil Cam. But I know what Cam can bring. I know that Cam is
Man,
better
he's
than
a hooper.
he's a hooper. Like he should be like the minutes that Connect is getting, I like Connect. But Cam is already shown what the fuck he can do.
And he played better defense.
He does. He does. He does. He does. He does. So I just be trying to just understand what JJ be looking at. We even got one of the Morris twins. We don't be playing him. And the Morris twins will be very valuable for us in the playoffs, but he ain't really played in about 2 seasons for real. He didn't get
Yeah.
no tick last year with the Mavericks.
That's just for depth, practice player, and having a off court leader.
Mm-hmm.
It's good to have those. And I think he's a
Yeah.
player that LeBron trusts.
Oh yeah, yeah. Hmm. We've already won a chip with that nigga already in the bubble, so he used to
Mhm.
him. And he in that when he was played in the bubble, he played on that team. He helped that team win. He had some minutes. He
Mhm.
contributed. So I get it. I'm excited for this year of the playoffs. I wish, like I said, I wish that the Mavs were in it or they're in it, but I know they might not be in it for long. That gives a chance for the Suns to get up in there, Maul. The
Don't
Sun.
say that. Don't say because he been going crazy with his emotions. One week
Nah,
he's he's
I even
he's
said.
bragging about his dogs, and then the next week he's over here crying or quiet on the pod. I'm like, come on, dog. I don't know if you see my PSA for James Jones. I had to have a personal conversation on the pod with James. Like, yo, what's up, man? You got bro over here and it's saddened down, man.
James got to get his life right. He don't know what he doing.
I told him to call me. I
Yeah, I
told him.
did. I see you. I seen you said that, but he definitely got to get his life right, man. He like I said, like I was telling Mar earlier, like he was good at first. He did. I don't understand that y'all have a player. It's like a coach. You understand what I'm saying? Like he hooped. He know the game, so he know what y'all need to win. So whoever was the person that said or came together and said, let's trade Chris Paul in this, and then we gonna replace it with this and that. But them two pieces that we just lost, them are the pieces that just took us down the street. That's what took us down the road. Now
Yeah.
we putting D Book with a whole new caliber of players. He don't have the same leader as he had before. So you start losing shit. Now you put more responsibilities on this nigga's shoulder. It's just like that's why I said with the Suns that window closed so quick. Even with KD, it closed. It never opened back up. It closed. It
You
never
think at a
opened back
certain
up.
point they're gonna say the book's fault?
Almost, yeah, yeah, yeah. Well, at a point, I don't, at a point in time, I don't understand why it's not. Look what he did. Look how he performed.
I I,
Look how
I
he
keep
performed last year against the Mavs.
every time it's me, Kevin, D'Lo, and Maul on the show, I keep bringing up. I say, man, y'all was clowning my guy this summer, the USA. Now, all of them players that y'all was bragging about deserved his playing time, was playing better. Where they at?
Even in the Olympics, he didn't even play that good. He was getting more tick than goddamn Jason Tatum. And he couldn't. He obviously, I felt like when he couldn't fucking play with LeBron and KD, and
Oh, Ronnie.
you just was playing with Kevin Durant and Chris Paul, and now you just went from basically a bigger Chris Paul, and you still got Kevin Durant. So like, I don't understand like how you couldn't. Yeah, like I like Devin Booker. He's a good player, man, but uh,
No, I,
it's
I I agree.
yeah,
He's solid. He's a great
he's
offensive.
great.
He's prolific on offense.
Yeah,
I think that there was something that he needed to add over the summer, and
and
he
he
spent
hasn't
so
had
much
it.
time in USA. He didn't add anything to his game, and it's showing this season. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm. Yep. It's still the same shit. Still the same. I'm gonna take that most contested ass 2-pointer. I'm gonna shoot the three with the hand in my face. It's still the same stuff. I'm gonna hit the drifter two, leaning to the left. I'll watch what Devin Booker do. I see his game. I see his game. I'm gonna
Mhm.
come down real hard, stop and pull on the dime, or I'm gonna come off the pick. His game is great. He has a great game. It's the shot selection.
It's
It's the
there. If
select.
you're not,
Yeah.
it's a similar situation with Tatum. They're tough shot makers. They come
Mm-hmm.
from that the Kobe family. Like they want to be,
Mm-hmm.
Kobe like. But when you're
Mm-hmm.
not making those tough shots, you're gonna hear it. You know what I'm saying?
Oh
Like
yeah.
it's tough. And
Mm-hmm.
if you're not on
Coming
a good
down.
team taking those shots, it just looks bad.
And then it can't be both two of y'all. Two of y'all can't be out there taking tough shots. You already got KD, that's 7 foot. He every damn near jumper, he gonna shoot with a hand in his face. You know what I'm saying? Like that's what he gonna do. So that don't mean you gotta come down and do the same as him. Come down, make it a little easier for you. But hey, you pick your poison. Some niggas that's the poison that they choose to die by. That's what they want to die by. I wouldn't want to go out like that. But like I
Yeah,
said them all again. The Mavs might lose a few games.
it's
That gives an
likely.
opportunity for Sacramento and Phoenix to rise up.
Rise.
Rise up. Rise
Come
up.
on, Maul. Talk to them boys, man.
Rise up.
Talk to
Rise
them
up.
boys.
We only got what we just played. We just played since the All-Star break. We already done played about what, like 6 games already? We only
Hey,
got about 20. We only got about
Sue
20 to
said he trying to
19
see you
games.
on the first round so he can go see his boys.
Yes, sir. Skis.
He trying to go see his boys.
Hey, one time for the pop, man. Shout out them Detroit Pistons.
Hey,
Detroit
the crazy thing
basketball.
is I was almost willing to take Giannis. I can't do it though. Like I had to think about it. I was gonna take Giannis out of my five and put Cade in there. Just for right now. Not like
That's
top five
tough.
hoopers, but that boy Cade. I picked Cade for to win most improved at the
That's
beginning of the
tough.
season.
And he
And
should.
he's
In
panning
the
out.
JD Bickerstein better win coach of the
Coach of the
year. But
year.
if he don't win it, I understand why Cleveland coach
Cleveland.
will win it. Yeah.
Yep. I
I
even said
understand it.
Mark Malone. Oh shoot. The crazy thing is I don't think Mike Malone or JJ could win it, but they could be in the conversation. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah, JJ should too.
yeah.
JJ, but it's just I say with I guess I could say with the Lakers and the Nuggets, basically the type of team that they have could be the reason why of the caliber of players that they already have. And but you kind of can say that about Cleveland as
I'm
well.
like, you can say that about every team. And then for me, when you look at what JJ's been able to perform, you lost your defensive anchor. You gained Luca, who didn't play for a week. You have
I'm
a 40-year-old LeBron with a bunch of young dudes. And I'm like, yo, he got to be doing something right in that. You know what I'm saying?
I'm kind of I don't even want to say this, but I think I'm gonna say this. No, I ain't gonna say that. I ain't gonna say that. KD was our anchor. He held shit down. I was down there finna say, damn, I don't even think KD was our anchor for real. But
Yeah, yeah.
I ain't gonna give him that. I ain't gonna do him like that. He held us down. He held us down. It
AD
just
was MVP for the first 3 weeks of the league.
I just
Anthony
know that
Davis, MVP.
When he played Jokic, Jokic tear him up.
Yeah, Jokic tear everybody up though. There's very
Jokic
few
tore him
players.
up in the Jokic was tearing him up in
The
the
bubble.
Olympics.
Yeah,
In
yeah,
the Olympics.
yeah,
He
he
was
was.
proud of it. The Olympics. He had AD looking crazy. If we had that, we might have not got it.
But that's because AD don't really play physical. Like you got to
No.
play physical with Jokic. You got to be everywhere. You got to be to the spot before he get there. AD's more of a reactionary type. Like that's what Dwight. If you listen to what Dwight said, how he had to play against Jokic, you got to damn near beat him to certain spots, and so he getting bumped on his way up. AD's reactionary. You move left,
Yeah.
now I move left.
You can't react to Jokic, nigga. You react, the ball already going up.
Bucket,
Yeah,
bucket.
he'll like do a move. He'll spin and the ball already going up. You know what I'm saying? Like you don't have no time on that nigga, or he'll throw his shoulder into you, and as he throwing it like he falling, the ball going up. Like
Who your second favorite player on the Pistons? Before we head out, man.
my second favorite player on the Pistons, it's between the twin and Jalen Durn.
Okay. Yep.
Yeah, yeah.
I definitely I like both of their game. Man, y'all are playing like that old Detroit Pistons style, and that's what I love. Like the whole team fits it. I always said I wanted to see the Twins play together, but I don't think it's ever gonna happen because if I'm Houston, I'm not letting go.
I'm not ever giving them ever.
Yeah,
If
you know what I'm
I'm the Houston
saying.
or the Pistons, I would never give either one of them
But
away.
I
You would
like
have to
them
give me
being
a
in the
lot.
shore.
They both are good. I say the Pistons need one more thing.
Y'all need a better version of Beasley. That's really all y'all need to me. Is
I
just
feel
like
like we get rid of this is what I feel like. We get Jaden Ivey back, and then we see what the value is for Jaden Ivey out there in the market. See exactly what we can pull because Cade already showed you that he can win with what he already got, and he
y'all
can
need a
win with.
backup though. Y'all need a
Yeah,
backup.
we need a backup. We do. We need a backup, but that's what we got Marcus Sasser for. So that's why I feel like we get rid of Ivy. Let Ivy go and shine and
Don't say
really
because
do it.
he Ivy is gonna be better than what he
Yeah.
was.
Yeah, he gonna be good. So let Ivy go get that opportunity to go be great, and then somebody give us something nice back, something real good, because you get us something great. We giving you a gem. He gonna be great. Ivy gonna be Jaden Ivy gonna be good. But I just feel like with him and Cade, what they have working, give Cade give Cade another 3 and D. Start working that team like how OKC is made up, and then watch. Because like, we got to figure out the Tabaz situation. Because Tabaz is nothing to me but a Harrison Barnes. So
That's a good piece though. Harrison Barnes is a good piece for a championship contender.
yeah, he is. How you feel? You think that the Spurs will be? I was really hoping high on the Spurs this year. I wanted them to get into the playoffs because I want to see Wemby. But I know Wemby not gonna see the playoffs to his third year. It's only a few rookies or them great players that are young that see the playoffs in their first 2 years. And I know Wemby will see the playoffs next year. But do you think that the Spurs will be good with him and DeAndre Ayton? I feel like if they get one more piece, that takes them over the top. Even though they already have that piece with Castle. Stephon Castle is that.
Yeah, before you joined the pod, we were briefly talking about it. I think that that's a one of the places that KD could actually think about going towards. I think that OKC has the most value to give up to Phoenix,
Hmm.
but San Antonio is a potential place just for Kevin Durant. You look at again, they got D Fox, got CP3, they got Wemby. You add KD to that mix, and Stephon Castle, like that's a dangerous starting five, or what I'm saying, you swap out CP3 for a stretch four or a 3 and D player. I just think that that's a they're now really like if they stay healthy, that's a great playoff, maybe fourth, fifth seed, and they can it's all dependent on how well they play in the playoffs. Um, but yeah, I definitely think the Spurs have potential. If they don't get a player of that caliber, it'll take them a couple more years. But with the growth that those guards will likely have because they have CP3, they're mentoring, and then
Because
if one
Kendall, what's his name? Number 0. That's my boy.
him
I
and
like
Shohan,
um
they
I
both
like
got
him.
clips.
I like
Vassal.
come on, nigga, say that shit, nigga.
Yeah, they got
I
they got
know, I
that's what I'm saying.
know
They got
who.
that's
Yeah,
why that's why I brought them to the table because they have three
yeah.
or four pieces that you could potentially trade to a team like Phoenix for Kevin Durant. Those are young, valuable
Hmm.
pieces.
They got some good players. They have them three right there. We just said Jeremy Sohan, okay, but Kendall Johnson and David and Dave Vassal.
They're more
Va-
dogs. They're more dogs.
Vassal's a dog, and Johnson is too. But I like Vassal's game. I like how he get down. I like he
Mhm.
got no fear. He got no fear. And this my last one before we leave off. Do you think that LaMelo Ball and Trey Young will get traded?
I don't know anymore because I said earlier on one of the earlier pods that I thought Lamelo was going to end up in LA because I didn't think LA was nobody figured this Luca thing was going to happen, and so I couldn't foresee LA being able to get a Luca caliber player. So I said they're going to get somebody that's going to help turn the turnstiles. And to be LaMelo, he's somebody who's attractive for the fans in LA. He's popular. The young kids love him. He's got a hot sneaker. You know what I'm saying? He does the things to make the media be interested. So that's what
Hmm.
I thought where he was gonna go. I can't really see him like the only other place that I can see him going is to the Clippers. And they'd have to get rid of James Harden. And like because I can't see him going to New York. They already got Jalen Brunson. I can't see him going to Brooklyn because Brooklyn's not as popping as the Knicks. So I don't
He can go to the Magic.
I I can't see the Magic wanting to like move on from Suggs. Suggs has had health
Uh,
issues.
I feel like
That-
you go away from him and you plug and play him with Wagner
the Wagner
and
brothers and
Pablo.
I like it. It's just that they were the number one defense or top three defense for so long. If you switch LaMelo out, that changes things.
Oh yeah, that definitely changes things. He's not boogieing down how Jalen Suggs is.
Yeah, if
But
if Jalen Suggs could just
that's
be
what stopped
healthy,
them. That's what stopped them in the playoffs last year. They didn't have enough in their backcourt. Jalen
well,
Suggs and them
they
was
nobody's
struggling
healthy.
against
They got Cole Anthony and they got Anthony Black. They just can't stay healthy.
Cole Anthony Black. I don't. He was cool at Indiana, but I know when he got to the league, his game wasn't gonna be there. He
Well,
just
they
long as
were
hell.
anticipating him to become more of a Cade LaMelo. He's a 6'7", 6'8" guard.
He is. He nice. He got good height. He just ain't put the weight on, and he ain't got enough. He ain't confident for me yet.
They should have sent him to the G League all year.
Yeah, he ain't confident enough yet. He ain't put on enough weight. He's still too lengthy. He ain't worked on that jumper. Anthony Black should be better, man. In college, I liked him in college. He was a good at Indiana. He was fucking shit up.
He's part of the reason why Orlando was like my underdog team. I mean, you can't really say
I
it
love
anymore.
Orlando. They're a good team. They got a great. I feel like their starting five is tough. They got KCP over there. They got the Wagner brother. They got Ben Carroll. They just don't. I feel like they just don't have a good point guard. And then they got Wendell Carter Jr. as their
Yeah, I was gonna
center.
say I think they need a solid center. I like Wendell Carter, but he's just undersized.
Just undersized. You get him another that other boy that they got too, Gonza, whatever the fuck his name is. That he's pretty decent. But I see what you're saying. You get a little bit better on that, and then they bench is immaculate. Fuck is you talking about? Gary Harris, Jonathan Isaac. They got man.
They're solid.
They
They're
solid on the
solid.
bench.
They
They're
just the
very
health is what messed them
Cole
up this
Anthony.
year.
Their depth is good. Like if you get into the playoff, they can definitely score the ball. I
Yeah.
just feel like they had like an elite playmaker for Ben Carroll and Wagner. It'll change their game because they're both two players that just give me the ball and let me just do the rest.
Yeah, but I will say that I think it's a necessary thing for both teams to move on, for Trey Young to move on. I like Dyson Daniels. I think he could be a future point guard in Atlanta. And yeah, if I'm the Hornets, unless
Damn, you think Dyson can be a point guard
yeah, he ran the one for them. He's been
the
running the
other
one for
night?
them.
Yeah, because I
Trey
think
Young has
Trey
been
Young
running
have
the
been a little
two.
injured.
Trey been running the two when they're both on the floor because Trey's just running around being Steph Curry and Dyson's he's guarding the best player on the other team and
And he's
he's
setting up the
typically
offense.
mhm.
I like Daniel Dice. That little Australian setting shit down.
Trey Young's still a problem though. Like I'm a player who I kind of
That's
if he
my
would ever
boy
watch our
favorite. That's
pod,
my
he'd be
boy
like,
favorite
"Fuck
player,
that
man.
nigga."
That's my boy favorite player, and I like him, man. But
Nah.
I pick on his ass all night long.
Yeah, yeah. I wouldn't start a franchise with Trey Young, but I think
Mm-mm.
he's a
Mm-mm. He ain't got enough. He ain't got enough Chris Paul in him.
yeah. He need a little more dog.
If you that little, you gotta have that CP in you.
And then he said that crazy shit to me. Sorry, too. He said that if he was 6'6", he'd have been the best player to ever play the game. And
Oh nah.
I'm like, who? Like that's LeBron could say that if he was 7'5", he'd be like what? What are we talking about here?
If he was the same height as Wemby, he'll never talk about nobody ever again.
And that's what I'm saying. And then my other part is this: is I'm like, dog, you can't say stuff like that when there's other players who are your height or shorter and better than you. Like,
Yeah, yeah, you
like
can't. That's true.
he can't walk a mile in Allen Iverson shoes. Like, bro, I don't want to hear you say nothing like that.
Uh, he can never walk in Allen Iverson shoes. That's never. Never.
Yeah. And I don't be wanting to sound disrespectful or something like that because I do love the game, and I think it's dope what some of these players do pushing the league. But that statements like that, I'm like, man, this is why some of the OGs hate you young niggas.
Yeah, could they just be saying anything? But it's okay. That's what the YNs do.
Yeah, I told Mo we gonna do a OG YN versus OGs versus on one of the pods, man.
Oh
So
yeah, we got to do that.
I said so we're gonna do sports and then we're gonna do music. You know what I'm saying? Because this generational, man. It's
And y'all
generational.
need to come back up to the shop, man.
I told him that too. I said, yeah, we gotta come up to go back up to the shop on doing these another wave show,
Mm-hmm.
man. That
Mm-hmm.
was dope as hell. That was dope. And again, we appreciate everybody. A matter of fact, I seen your OG at a birthday a couple of days ago. Telling me
Man,
say
he was
happy
blessed.
birthday.
I appreciate it.
Yeah,
I let him know that. I let him know that.
yeah. Shout out everybody at Sideline, man. Appreciate y'all.
Appreciate it.
But yeah, this is we gonna wrap it up, man. Another dope ass episode. GSM Gumball Sports Machine, where we live, love, laugh, and all of that. Appreciate everybody, man. Appreciate everybody who follows, subscribes, leave comments, man. We appreciate everybody, man. Definitely appreciate the bro for coming and dropping some of his sports knowledge and his fandom for his hometown team, and then his guys on the other side. Hopefully we meet them in the chip, man. That'll be dope. It'll be dope.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Uh,
I'm excited.
Maul, co-host Maul, man. You already know. Sorry about your boys, but yeah, better luck next year.
Oh, hey, man, before the pod go, man, I gave Saquon Barkley all that money.
Oh, yeah. I don't know.
40
That
something million for 2 years.
might be one and done for them. Just it's crazy because a lot of people were saying Philly might be going back. That Commanders trade looks promising for the Commanders. Like, I don't know. That's a lot of money to dish out to one guy. That old line
That
might look a
was a
little
little,
different
that was
next
a little
year.
tough. That was a little tough. Yeah, that was.
Yeah, no, I agree. I definitely tell Maul next time you jump on, we're gonna have to talk a little more football, man. You ready to you ready to talk that football?
Mm-hmm.
Maul
Mm-hmm.
don't want to really talk about nothing but baseball right now, but
I only want to talk about the sport I'm winning in too. Type
hey,
shit.
I told him I'm being annoying until June. We want a chip. I ain't letting it go until June, boy.
You ain't
We
supposed to. Y'all still the defending champs.
yes,
Y'all the
sir.
defending champs all the way through the playoffs. So y'all get put out.
Exactly.
That's how it go.
Exactly.
That's how it go.
With that, you see, I got a Lakers fan saying nice things about Celtics. We gonna end it on that, man. That's dope as hell.
Hey man,
And maybe
hey,
meet in
greatness
the chip.
recognize greatness, man.
I love it. I love that. I love that. But I definitely want to meet you on the chip. I think that'd be dope parody for the game. And
Definitely. It's
me
been
and
a
you,
very long time since we met. So
we
I
gonna
think it'll be good.
we mess around and be live streaming every game, man. It'd be crazy. It'd be
That's
crazy.
for sure, for sure.
You know what I'm saying? But yeah, again, appreciate you
Yes, sir.
being on the pod. And until next time, everybody, holla at y'all.
Yes, sir. Appreciate it. Love, fam.
Salute, bro.
Yes, sir.